Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. And you've guessed it, today is day 89, June 12th, 2020, 89 days. I'm here, out there every once in a while and back in. And if you are out running around a little more free than I am, or in and out, I hope that you're staying safe and keeping really healthy. You're important, and we're just not done with this virus yet, or it's not done with us. So thanks for taking care of you and everyone around you. And in the midst of all of that, I have a dad and a son that are trying to figure out how to make a transition from the dad running the company to transferring that position to the son. This family has been in business. I think this is maybe the third generation, so the son will be the fourth. Well-known company, really, really great service. And the dad loves this business. And the son really said he wants to be in the business. The dad is so happy. He's got a plan. He's got people for his son to consult with. He's got classes to take. He's got people to see. He's got sessions, meetings with the board, meetings with his dad. The dad is on it because he is really happy about his son stepping in. And the dad is really ready to go out there. He's wanting to add to his legacy a little bit differently. So here it is. The dad has heard that the son wants to be in the business. The son has said he wants to take over the business. There's a little bit of difference here. The dad is anticipating that the son take over the entire business. And he has told the board of directors, my son's coming up on board. And most of them have watched this kid grow up, and he's now, I think, I'm going to say something like 31 or 32. Really great guy, as is the dad. Well, how they wound up working with me again, I've worked with them as they've gone along, some with employee relations, some with each other as a family. And this time they came because when the dad said that the son was going to take over the business, and the son said he wanted to be in the business, as it turns out, they didn't mean it in the same way. The dad was believing that the son was going to learn and just totally step in as he did with his father. The son, on the other hand, has decided that he just wants one division of it. He does not want to run the whole company. That's not what's important to him. And so as we were talking, and the dad is saying, you said this, and the son said, yes, I did. And then the more we went down to our 7 layers of communication, discovered they didn't mean the same thing about stepping into the business. And I'm wondering, and I'm raising my hand because it certainly has happened to me, and I'm wondering about for you and maybe everybody else, how often have we heard something, the words were the same, and we translated that imposed it into our template, and we're off and running as if we knew everything that the other person meant. The fact is, and this is the fact, we know very little about what somebody else means. From their words, from their actions, from what we see and watch, because all of us have our own interpretation of what things mean. And we've talked about belief a lot. And this is one of those times about belief also, is if somebody says something and we don't check it out and we assume that we know exactly what they mean, then we're going to base our actions on that. And suddenly, if we find out, wow, that isn't what they meant. How? And that's what you said. That's not what I meant. That's what you said. And go round and round and round. Well, that is really important, because so often, everywhere, and especially these days, with the racial issues, the justice of finances and economics, the health care, all the things that do not parallel with one group and the other, we look across and a part of us believes, and we're human, a part of us always believes that we can listen to the other person, that we actually can step, you've heard the phrase, step into their shoes or their footprints, and we can walk the same mile they have, and then we will understand and we'll get what they mean. Or we'll say, you know, I feel you. Oh, I understand. Oh, yeah, that's happened to me. Oh my gosh, I remember when that was going on. It was horrible, and on and on and on. And even if our intentions are really the best and we really want to line up and understand the other person, all of us, and I am raising my hand, not pointing my finger, all of us need to check and double check that we can understand as best we can about the other person, not try to match that to anything that we've been through. Because everything that we've been through, even if it could parallel someone else's, which it can't, our emotions, our memory, our perceptions, our meaning, and our belief are going to be different. And in certain ways, I'm going to offer that as long as we can be clear what we need in terms of the system and the outcome, we can care very much about what's going on for the other person. And we need to do our deep, slow listening to their truth without trying to align it with ours. And that's hard because we like to find patterns in our brain. That as long as we can remember that we are, every one of us, different. And yet we have the want And we need that want. We need it to be clear and decisive, to be as close as we can to being kind and generous and courageous. That if we get it wrong, or if we think we understand and we don't, that we raise our hand and say, you know, I misread that, I misunderstood. Help me again so that I get it, so that I know exactly what you need for you. And that's what we did with the son and the dad. Is once we discovered, oh, we're thinking that that person, the dad was thinking the son, thought, oh, I understand, and then got really confused that the other one wasn't operating on that understanding. Once we established that, we could just clear the table and say, okay, now what do you want? And what do you want to the dad and the son? And each of them was able to talk and figure out what they were willing and what they wanted to give and share and what they didn't and what was possible. And they came together so much more easily. We're still negotiating about how to work that form out and the outcome so that we can build a system with their company that will run smoothly and yet satisfy everyone as much as possible. So if somebody says something, please, and I'm raising my hand again to you, to everyone, that we look at being in this together as being willing to listen, understand with our best, give it a try to shift our actions and our words, and always be willing to figure out, I think I heard you say, and check with the other person, I think you would like, and check with the other person. Do not, whatever you do, make an assumption and run on your assumption, because when we do that, what happens is we leave the other person behind, and we're not really in this together at all. We need to be able to know that we are all different. We cannot understand everybody else's background and cultures and wants and desires and fears, even though we use the same words. This is where we personalize and individualize, not to separate, so that we can be more together in our alignment for a new, different world, a new story, and a new kind of legacy. All right, thanks. Give it a thought. I think I heard you say, I think this is what you want. Am I right? Am I close? Okay, if you would click that subscribe button, make some comments, that would be terrific. And come back tomorrow, because guess what? Oh my gosh, it will be day 90. Join me. Probably won't have a big celebration. However, I'll be looking for you. Come back. Bye for now.